Started.
Heather, I'm just gonna mute it.
Yeah, everyone mute themselves if you're not talking. That'd be fantastic.
Heather, I also have to, I'll probably duck out if you guys go longer than 45 minutes.
Okay, no problem.
Because I've gotta go over to this girl's house and she's gonna buy a challenge pack, so I want to make sure.
You can leave anytime to make a sale.
All right, muting.
Alrighty. So thank you guys for calling in today. I really appreciate it. I love that everyone's doing their own thing right now, because that's just literally, for me, puts this whole business in perspective. And it's like, you just make this work, and this business is what you want it to be, and you work it on your own time, and you're running all over the place, but you're still able to do these things. So I really appreciate your guys' dedication to get on the call and to want to see everyone face to face, because you know how important it is to our team. So basically, Lindsay and I was going to have Lindsay, Jenny, and I talk about our experiences in Summit and what our biggest takeaway was from being at the Coach Summit. As you guys know, I know we've said it a million times how important it is to get to these events, and how great Summit is, and it's an amazing learning opportunity. You can learn from the best of the best in Beachbody. But really what it comes down to is to give you guys a better understanding as to what we mean, and to kind of put things in perspective for you, and the ways that you can learn there, and what it does for you to be in that environment, and just being able to network with other coaches, and being able to feel their energy and their passion and excitement for what they do. But also on the flip side, hearing about, where they started, and, what their fears were, and like what their struggles were, and how they overcame those things. And basically everyone has their own journey, everyone has their own story, but we all, in the end, are given the same products to work with, the same opportunity to work with. And it's really just in overcoming similar things and figuring out how it works for you and your business. So, we're just going to share with you our experiences, and hopefully you guys will get a lot out of that. And I'm going to have you start, Lindsay, because I haven't even decided which part I want to focus on yet, because I just think there's so much great stuff that came from Summit. So I want you to kind of go over what you want to go over, and then I'll add some other info into the call.
Sure. So I have two things I wanted to share. One was sort of from more of an emotional perspective that was like totally eye-opening for me about this company. And then the second is more of a business type takeaway that I got from being at Summit. So the emotional part, Heather, we were actually sitting next to each other, and it was during one of the presentations at the very beginning, and he had all of us in the room stand up. And the first question he asked was, if you've lost 5 pounds with Beachbody, would you please sit down? And if you've lost 10 pounds, would you please sit down? And he started going higher and higher and higher up. We got to 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 40 pounds. In the end, he got up to 100 pounds. He said, if you've lost over 100 pounds through Beachbody products, please sit down. There were literally still like probably a handful of people in that room who were standing. It was somebody right in front of us, actually. And I remember like patting his back and being like, oh my God, amazing. And it was in that moment that I realized, again, I'm not knocking other companies, but we're not selling mascara, we're not selling lotions. Like, we are literally changing lives. Like, I'm getting chills just thinking about that moment, because
it was such a crazy moment.
It was such a crazy moment, and I love it. Carl's been recently saying we're a multi-level helping network, and I love that. We're not marketing here. Like, we're literally changing our lives and changing other people's lives. So that was an emotional takeaway that I had from being at Summit. As far as a business takeaway, this one was from Carl. He was doing his closing presentation, and he was talking about what he would do if he were a coach, which was kind of cool. And he said that it came down to 2 things. He said, be curious and be organized. And then he broke it down further as far as being curious. And this is one that I really loved, because lately I've been feeling a little bit stuck in the 21-day fix and PIO world, because that's all I know. And he said, be curious about the products, guys. Like, Shakeology is great. We know that. Like, the programs you've done. But there are an entire, list of programs that we have. And you need to be curious about the products and experience them for yourselves, so that you can then match the products to your customers. Because we're missing out on this big opportunity, right? Because we're probably just leading with 21-day fix, when maybe we should be listening more and asking more questions and probing people and really finding out, bottom line, what their goals are so that we can then match them to the right program. So that was kind of great. It led me to yesterday actually ordering some of a couple products from the new performance line, a Shakeology Boost, because I really want to speak to these things to be able to help other people. As far as being organized, I thought that was another great point because I am completely disorganized, I'm not going to lie. Like, I have been talking to so many people and I'm not even like writing it down. Like, real talk, guys. Like, I am not even writing down who I'm talking to. So if I'm not doing that, how am I figuring out when I should follow up with them? What if I forget to follow up with them? Have I sent them my welcome email? I'm like, it can get crazy. So I thought that was a really good point to make sure you're keeping spreadsheets to know, who you're talking to, and even set times in your calendar, like follow up with this person in 2 weeks. They said they were interested, but maybe it's not the right time, so that was a really important takeaway, I thought, as well. So those are my two, Heather.
I'm talking and I'm still muted. Thank you so much for sharing, Lindsay. So one of the things that I kind of wanted to hit on, and it's funny because I actually wasn't in this training, but I signed up. So for those that don't know her, Melanie Mitro is the top coach right now in Beachbody. And I signed up for this training. I was super excited about it. They only let so many people in this training. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to go because I had to go to basically learn how to walk across the stage, which took 2 hours, which makes no sense. But anyways. I was getting recognized for my success, which is a great, so Lindsay went instead of me, and I was so excited actually that I was able to send her to the training in my spot. And I was fortunate that she sent me all her notes. So when I was going through her notes, basically it wasn't just Melanie Mitro talking. I feel like they added so much value because it was a lot of people from her team. So her team is the dream team. And they covered a lot of information in this training. And over the next few weeks, I'm going to share it all with you guys, but I just want to share a piece of it tonight. And the piece of it I want to share is from Shannon Hargrave. She's a great coach. If you guys aren't following her, I definitely start following her. And she really was starting, she talked about, from the notes that Lindsay provided, first talking about the fears in this business and what you're afraid of. She said, are you taking the steps to reach your full potential? Do you have that confidence in yourself in order to, get your business to where you want it to be? Is failure, judgment, and rejection getting in the way and, keeping your fears present so it's not allowing you to move forward? And then she talked about not letting your fears to hold you back. And these things really speak to me, and I think they can speak to really any coach because we all have our fears in this business, and usually the fear is actually succeeding, which is quite interesting because it's not talking to people, it's not putting yourself out there sometimes. Like, those are fears, but I think sometimes a bigger fear for people and what really holds them back from that big picture and that big success that you can get to in this business is a fear of not thinking that, one, you're good enough in order to be a great coach, and two, fearing that success, which is quite interesting because everyone has that why as to why they want to continue to push forward. And what we kept talking about, at Coach Summit was having a why that makes you want to cry. And that's something really, as much as I feel like I connect with my why, it's always good to remind myself of that. Like, I always love hearing that from other people because it's so, so true. Like, I think about my why all the time, but I feel like I should think about it even more. I feel like every day that's something you should wake up to. You should know, like, your purpose in life and, like, the reason why you want to create this life for you and your family. If that's something that is hard for you to connect with and, you don't really understand still why you're doing this, like, that's something I want to talk about with you guys because it's so important, not only for your success in this business, but, to not be afraid of your goals and not to be afraid to set bigger goals for yourself and to understand that that's the only way you're going to keep stepping forward in this business. And And she talked about those steps that you need to take in order to get there. She talked about, you know, we constantly talk about the 3 vital behaviors, and posting about your journey and sharing. Like, for those of you guys, I'm going to put a shout out for her, and she's probably going to get embarrassed, but Holly Lynch is one of my new coaches, and you guys aren't following her yet. Her posts are amazing. Like, they're just so personal, and she really connects with, you know, who she is as a person, but also what she's trying to achieve for her and her family. They're super inspiring. Her transformation is amazing so far, and she's only been doing this for a few months, and, you know, she's inspiring me every day. So definitely start following her, guys, if you aren't connecting with her yet. But that's really all it's about. And posting shouldn't be a stressful thing for you guys. You shouldn't have to be like, oh, what am I going to post today? Like, it should be exciting for you to share your story. Like, you should want to connect with others through your story, because in the end of the day, you should know, wow, I'm changing lives. Like, if I'm sharing these passions with people, and I'm sharing, you know, the things that I'm struggling with, and maybe it didn't work out today and I'm like scared to share that, but that's what's going to inspire people, guys. Like, if you sat on the couch and ate that bag of chips, like, oh, you're feeling bad about yourself, but like, post about that. Like, post about your journey. And it can be something more positive, like, you know, your kids were having a bad morning, but you decided to do your workout anyway, and it actually was like a positive feeling for you and your family, and your kids got into it and, you know, turned your day around. So, you know, you constantly want to be sharing your journey and understanding that, you know, there's nothing stupid to share. There's nothing that, you know, the things that you feel like people maybe won't be able to connect to are the things that they will, most likely. Like, the things that you're scared of sharing are the things that usually people do connect with. And like Lindsay was saying, you know, another one of the steps to success is tracking everything, you know, that you do, tracking the people you're talking to. I feel like it's so common for us to kind of just get busy in our days and to miss this really simple step that's so important. You know, everyone has their own way of tracking. I'm obsessed with Excel spreadsheets. I use Facebook messaging, and I use Excel spreadsheets. If I feel, you know, if a day goes by where I maybe didn't update it, I go through all of my Facebook messages and I make sure I plug it into my Excel to make sure I don't miss anyone, because it happens. It absolutely will happen. If you don't track it in one spot, you will miss people and you'll forget to reach out. So that's something that's so, so important. And I have a spreadsheet. I know I've sent it to a few people. So if you guys have interest in seeing what I track, so basically their name, and I put notes, and I put when I talk to them and when I should respond to them or what they said to me. Like, if you guys kind of want an example of what that looks like, you know, some of you like kind of have a hard time wrapping your head around it, I'm more than happy to share my tracking sheet with you guys. You know, putting things in your calendar. This is something that, you know, I'm trying to definitely be better about too, is, you know, put things in your calendar that you guys don't even think that you would need. I mean, from when the day someone orders to when their Shakeology is going to renew, to the conversation that you had with them, when they expect to hit a goal. Like, I know it seems like a lot, but if you do that due diligence up front, it will make a huge difference going forward in your business. It will be easier for you in the end. Like, it sounds overwhelming, but if you just look at your calendar one your day and you're like, oh, I have to follow up with Lindsay to see how things are going, it's way easier on your brain than it is to be like, sit there and take 15 minutes to wonder, who should I follow up with today? It really makes a huge difference. So tracking, I know organization for some people doesn't come naturally, but long-term in this business, the dream team is so successful because of their organization and the ability to like have all these things to manage. And honestly, Melanie Mitro is the leader that all stems from. She is one of the most organized coaches, I could say. I think I could say that because everyone pretty much knows this about her. And she has a system. And, you know, this business, the reason why it does well is duplication of the system, making it easy for your coaches in order to be successful. So this is something that I'm super passionate about, guys. And I want you to know, like, I'm trying to incorporate, you know, develop tools for us and develop these systems in order for us, you know, to continue to move forward. I mean, I developed a document a little while ago, but it was too intensive. So like, I'm trying to think of different things now that I can bring to you guys. And I'm going to be starting my own coach trainings as well. So these are things that, you know, I'm starting to think of that in order to help you guys, because I want this to be so cutting edge that it's so simple that I sign up someone new, I give them the entire process of what I use in order to make my coaches successful. They can hand that off to their coaches to know how to make their coaches successful. Like, it should be like an ongoing opportunity for people to not feel that they have to reinvent the game. Of course, if you're a coach that, you know, is super independent and you think you have a different way of doing things, that's completely fine. I'm never going to tell a runner to not, you know, have their own type of organization. But in the end, there should be some kind of pattern that, or, you know, hi, Andrew, system that we all follow that will make things easier for everyone as a team. We also talked about setting goals, so small goals and long-term goals, which I think people have a really hard time with. I'm sorry, Andrew's gonna say hi real quick. Hi. Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Hey, camera shy? Yeah.
All right, come on, buddy. Say good night.
Night. I love you.
Come.
Come. I can't come right now. I'm sorry,
She'll
honey.
come down and play after, okay?
I'll come in a little bit, okay?
Call me one.
There it is. So setting small and long-term goals too. I mean, this is something I feel like everyone envisions what their goals are, but they're not necessarily writing them down and really connecting with them every day. And this is something I was talking about with Lindsay today is, you know, really connecting with those goals and having goals that you will not allow yourself to not hit every month. Like Success Club, that should be non-negotiable. It should be something that I'm just going to hit Success Club because that's something I do for my business. You know, for me, like, I've hit Success Club 10 every month, not because it comes easy to me, not because, you know, I don't know. It's just something like, for me, it's like, I won't allow myself to not hit it. So you should have a column of goals like that. So Success Club should be one of them. It should be something that's non-negotiable. And working towards Success Club, you know that you're going to continue to keep growing your business too. So, you know, you need to be able to connect the positives with your goals too. I think sometimes people set goals and then they don't understand why they're setting them. So that's something that's super important too. If your coach says, you know, you should be working to hit Success Club every month, but you don't still really connect with that and understand what that means. Well, why should I be hitting Success Club every month? You know, reach out to me, reach out to your upline and talk to them about that. Talk to them, you know, can you please explain to me why this should be an important goal for me? Because again, it's just like connecting with your why. You need to be connecting with your goals as well, or you're not going to be excited about reaching them. You know, I'm excited about hitting Success Club 10 every month because I'm at least helping 5 people. I'm continuing to grow my business. That's exciting for me, you know, and Beachbody also recognizes you guys for these things. So, you know, that's something to be super proud of too. I mean, when you go to Summit next year, you could walk across the stage like I was, you know, getting, you know, recognized for these things. You get a necklace and you get tags that say these things. Like, that's an exciting thing. And like, you know, being recognized for what you guys are doing is huge. And, you know, obviously I think most of you know you can get prizes every month. This is how you start working towards trips every month. So, you know, if you guys are registered for the cruise, every month you get an allotted amount of points depending on how many Success Club points that you gain. So these should be things that you guys are connecting with to get excited about achieving your goals. You know, and Diamond's another one. And I know we talk about Diamond a lot, and there are several of you that are close to achieving Diamond, but maybe we don't do a good enough job, or I don't do a good enough job as a leader to help you guys connect with why Diamond matters and why it's so important. And I should have brought it up, but I can't think of it right now, but I will post it in the page. But there was a slide during Summit that basically talked about the increase of your income. I think it's said something like over 60% your income increases after hitting Diamond. So, you know, I think I'm going to work to try to do a better job in order to connect our goals and what we're setting for ourselves with facts like this and the reason as to why we want to be pushing for them and why they should be really exciting for you guys to create that, you know, life of personal freedom for you. This isn't just about growing your team and helping your team and, you know, reaching Diamond. It's a bigger picture that we all have to be able to connect with and understand. You know, and attending events goes a long way as well. And, you know, from a success standpoint with attending events, it's a learning opportunity. It's a networking opportunity. I know a few of you just went to your first Super Saturday, and once I'm done talking, I definitely want to hear about what that did for you, because like I said, when you get to these events and you feel that energy, and you have these people, whether they're from corporate or coaches, stand up and do exercises like Lindsay and I witnessed with, them saying who's lost 5 pounds, who's lost 10 pounds, who's lost 100 pounds. That was amazing for us. Like, we were just like, oh my God. Like, and that's when you really realize we're not just selling products. We're not just selling shakes. Like, you really are changing lives. This business and what they stand for is remarkable. It is amazing. They truly care about people. And the coaches that are successful connect with that same thing. They truly care about people, guys. You need to want a better life for yourself, but you also need to really want to help people and to feel that inspiration and energy and what you can actually do. Like, helping someone to realize they need to be drinking Shakeology every month. I think sometimes people just connect it with, oh, well, if they go inactive, like, it affects my business. Like, change that mindset. Don't make it about you. Make it about them. The reason why you want them drinking Shakeology every month is because it's good for them, because they need it. They need it to improve their health. It's not even always about them losing weight. It's about improving their health. And this is the message that Beachbody always tries to instill in us. But I think we get so attached in our own goals that we almost sometimes forget about the reason why we're doing it. So that's something that I want you guys to kind of reconnect with and to understand. Have your goals in the back of your head, your mind all the time. And like, yes, definitely be shooting for them. But the ultimate way, the best way in order to get there, and the way to get there the quickest, is to just help people, to really care about what these people should be doing in order to get to where they want to be in their life. And using these products and drinking Shakeology, I'm telling you, is the way to get there. And you need to believe that and to connect with that, so they believe it and connect with it too. That's really what you need to get in your business, is overcoming your personal fears in order to help others, to see the light of what this opportunity can do for them, from a product standpoint and a business opportunity. Believing in what you're doing as a coach and understanding what this opportunity can do for you even before you're completely there. And this is something, again, I talk with my coaches a lot. I think a lot of people struggle when they're borderline getting to diamond or beyond diamond, talking about the coaching opportunity, inviting that to people. Cause they're like, well, I'm not seeing those big numbers yet. I'm not feeling the huge change in my life yet. Financially, personally, like, either they're not ready to where they want to be to quit their job, or, they want to be making over $1,000 a week and they're not there yet. I'm telling you guys right now, like, that has everything to do with your mindset. If you just continue to keep helping people and you believe that you can get there, believe you're there before you are. Like, that's what I did. I was like, I'm a superstar. Like, I don't know what you guys are doing, but like, I'm going to be like the best coach. I'm going to be top coach. Like, I believe that. And I just kept, trying to make this happen. And it's happening. Like, you have to believe in the opportunity before it's there.
You're a seller.
Sorry, Tanya, do you mind muting yourself?
Sorry.
That's okay. Believe in what this opportunity can do for you before you actually get there, and it will come true. And that's probably one of the hardest things to do in this business. But, if you guys can, by personal development and talking to your upline and getting on these calls and getting to the events and learning from the best of the best and feeling the inspiration and motivation in the room, you will find that belief in you, and you won't accept, not succeeding. You won't accept that this opportunity is something you might not be able to do, because you'll just know that you can. I have my hard days too. Everyone does in this business. I never question if this is something I want to be doing, but I have my hard days where I'm like, could I be doing even better? Could I be helping someone else today? And instead of feeling bad about yourself, I pick up personal development and I get out of my own way and I start talking to more people. Because that's really all you can do, guys. You can't force something to happen quicker than it's supposed to, but you have control over how many people you're talking to, how many people you're sharing this business opportunity with and sharing the products with. That's all you have control over. And if someone says no to you, then you talk to someone else. You know, as much as a lot of people don't want to talk about recruiting and what this business ultimately, you know, it's a numbers game, and people don't really want to talk about that, because when they talk about that, it makes it pretty salesy for them. But it is. It's like anything else. Like, you have to be talking to as many people as possible, and you want to be sharing this opportunity with as many people as possible. If you are connecting with that passion within you, and this is something you really want to be doing, you know, I have days where I'm just having such a great day, and like, you know, someone sends me a message when how much has changed in their life. Like, someone like Holly posted on my page today, and I get that reinforcement of like, wow, like this is why I do this. Like, I seriously want to go on the roof and like scream from the rooftops, everyone should be doing Beachbody, because that's how I feel, guys. Like, that's why I'm here as your leader. That's why I've created this business. I don't know if you guys saw on the team page, but I almost have 1,000 people under me now, which is amazing. And it's like, that doesn't just happen overnight. That happens from dedication and belief and consistency. Like, belief and consistency are one of the biggest things for this business. I kept believing that this was something that I could do. I kept believing in the products, and I don't look back as I move forward. And that's what you have to do. And you don't let little, you know, rough patches that you get into determine your success or steer you from what you know is possible. I mean, you guys, from my story to other coaches that you're following, you know, connect with anyone in this business that you feel like you can relate to, and understand and believe. Like, they have nothing special. I have nothing special that I'm giving to the world. I'm just giving myself. I'm being my best, the best that I can possibly be, and, you know, inspiring others to be their best too. And that's really all that Beachbody, you know, wants from you, is to help others and create a life that you've always wanted for yourself. You know, and another thing, one of the last things she said, or in the notes here, is confidence is built through increasing competence. Increasing competence is built through experience. You can't become good at something unless you do it. There's so much truth to that, guys. I know for a fact when a coach has like fallen off and like their business isn't moving, it's because they just went stagnant, because, you know, they just are going through a rough patch and they decide, I just need a break. Okay. The worst thing you can do is to completely just take a break. If you ever have feelings like that, like, please reach out to your upline, please reach out to me, and like, let's talk through the feelings that you guys are having about the business, about, you know, sharing the opportunity, whatever it is. Like, you don't feel like you're connecting with it. You don't feel like, you know, people want to join your challenge groups. Honestly, it goes a long way to kind of talk through that and to understand maybe what you can be doing differently. I mean, I know for Lindsay, like, you know, just jumping on the phone, I ask people a lot if they want to have a one-on-one call with me, and I don't think people take advantage of that as much as they should, because just getting someone else's perspective, it's like anything in life. And, you know, like I said, everyone's running this business and they're running it in their own little way, but hearing from someone else and being able for them to provide simple tips for you, maybe how you can be doing differently to make things maybe less stressful, to manage your time better, to have conversations with people, will really go a long way. So when you guys are feeling that, you know, maybe it's overwhelmed or lack of confidence, you know, just stopping cold turkey and not doing anything is not the answer. Reach out and let me know how I can help you in order to continue to move forward, because your fears of not being able to do this, not being able to move further in your business, doing nothing is not going to get you there. I'm telling you, you need to stay consistent, but stay consistent in a way that works for you. That's the most important. You're owning your own business. That's the beauty of this. You guys have to like own that and get excited about that. Like, you don't need to be doing it a certain way. That's what's so exciting. You know, you can take a day off here and there if you need to with your family, but like, understand a balance that your business continues to push forward. Even if I take off a day to be with my family, like I'm sitting in the doctor's office today with my sister, and this woman has a shaker cup, and I'm wearing my Shakeology tee, and I see her like looking at me, and I'm just like, should I go talk to her? Like, it's constantly something that I'm thinking of. And you guys, like, if you believe in these products and you believe in this opportunity, you want to constantly be thinking about it and thinking about new people you can be talking about. Promote it in any way that you can. And it doesn't have to be a stressful environment. It doesn't have to be something that's stressful for you. So I want you guys to be able to, have that security and that confidence in yourself and in your business to understand I can run this how I want to. And the second it gets stressful for you guys, please reach out for help. Read personal development or connect with someone, because that's not how I want to run my business, and that's not what I want for you guys. One of the things, and I'll just hit on it slightly, that I want to talk to in a team call in the next few weeks is building your team in the type of environment that you want for your team, which really was important to me because, like I just said, like, I want you guys to understand, like, the environment that I want to build for this team is like everyone feels comfortable reaching out to each other. Everyone feels comfortable talking to each other. We are a family, and that's really important to me. And it's something that, I want to instill in all of you guys, and I want you to be excited about and to know that, even if I'm not your direct upline coach, that you can reach out to me in these moments and that I can help you. Everyone has their different comfort level on that, but don't feel like you can't reach out and, talk to someone and get help from people, because again, like I've talked to this about Lindsay too, and how, tell your coaches if they need to reach out to me, or feel like, make sure your coaches know that you're always there for them too. Because that family environment is super important to me, guys. It's one of the reasons I absolutely love this business, because I love connecting with all of you. Like, you guys are such positive, inspiring people. Like, I want to be surrounded by anyone that wants a better life for themselves, and I want to be able to help you get there. So, please don't feel like you're bothering me, and reach out if you need to, for sure. And I just we have a few minutes left, but if anyone wants to talk about their Super Saturday experience, I know Holly, you just went, so if you want to if you feel comfortable kind of chatting briefly about that.
Yeah, I'm going to put up someone's name on here too to follow on Twitter. This is the woman that I looked up. She's kind of like a motivational business person. And that's how I started doing my posts that you were talking about online earlier. Like, she was talking about how you need to post often. And I was posting like 3 times a day or whatever. But last night I went through and I set up like 10 posts to go up today and just go up every couple of hours. So even though I didn't have that time to do it, I had set it up ahead of time. So though I had a busy day today, no one really knew that, which was really cool. So follow her. And then I really, really, really liked Super Saturday. It was awesome. Not only did I get to meet a bunch of people from the group, but also they were talking about just, like you were saying, the girl that talked, I'm going to blank on her name. But yeah, she was talking about how she's like, I know you're sitting there and you're thinking, well, you're not me and I can't do that. And she's like, and I'm here to tell you, you can. And that really resonated with me, because I totally was thinking that, I was like, I can't do it like Heather can. And I can't do it like she can. And, even Heather this week asking me to do the cup, I was really nervous about it, but I'm going to do it because I think it can. And Super Saturday was really just motivating. And then we get to try size. So that was really cool too.
Awesome. Lindsay ran this call. We might get cut off in a minute, so I'm sorry if that happens. They only allow you so much time. But yeah, that's great, Holly. And, having those experiences is huge. And like you're saying, and connecting with other people, like you don't have to want to run it like me or need to run it like me. You know what I mean? Like you guys run your own business your own way, and you can still be successful in your own way. So, that's something to always connect with and to understand. And
Heather, we have a minute and a half, but Carl was actually in Indianapolis and Lisa went to that Super Saturday. So maybe she can chat for a few seconds about not meeting him, but maybe she met him. I don't know, but at least she listened.
Absolutely.
I couldn't figure out how to unmute it. He's amazing. He actually, Lindsay, like you were talking about, talked about multi-level helping and how you really need to wake up every morning and think about who are you going to help. And that really resonated with me, just because I feel like kind of where I work now, it's not really how it goes. So I kind of actually put it on my phone. So every morning when I wake up, I see who are you going to help? Whose life are you going to change? Because it's not about you and what you can get out of it, but it's how you can really make an impact on this world. So it really, my husband too, it actually resonated with him, and he's normally the guy falling asleep in the corner. So it was really great to actually kind of experience that with him, and kind of moving forward knowing that we can really help people. So it was awesome.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing. That's awesome. I love when hubbies like see the bigger picture. That's so great. It's awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for calling in. I know we're going to get cut off, so I don't